friends, it's Carolyn Zook here with C6 Stitch, and today is Saturday, February 3rd, 2024. Welcome to my channel about Crossstitch. I'm really so glad that you are here spending part of your time with me to check out my channel. So welcome, and thank you for coming back if you're returning. It has been another very busy week. We are all feeling... So our first week of the semester, for those who are new, I'm a professor at a area college, and our first week of the semester was canceled due to an ice storm, and we are still making it up. So this was the end of week 3. We finished technically 3 weeks in the semester, but really we've only had 2 weeks of classes. So we're still feeling a little bit like behind the 8 ball. Is that the saying? I don't even know. But it's good. It's all good. Everything's good. It's a sunny day here. I mean, I prefer rain, but I will admit the sun is a nice change of pace. It's going to be like in the low 50s. So we're all good. It's just been a very busy week. But it's good. It's good. I enjoy my job. So that's very good. We hit 6,000 subscribers this week, which I am completely blown away by. It's thank you. If you are new, let me know where you came from, because we had a huge jump in subscribers, and I just want to make sure that somebody shouted me out or something that I know who to thank. So welcome to all the new subscribers as well. Giveaways, we're going to definitely do a giveaway. Well, I have giveaways from last week to do. We'll do 6,000 giveaways, not 6,000. One for each of you. I wish. If I could, I totally would. We'll do the 6,000 subscribers giveaway next week. Yeah. So we'll just, I'll get to that a little bit later. Anyway, super excited that you're here. I'm excited to share with you what I stitched. Happy February. It's now February. January felt like it took 400 years to get through. The groundhog in the U.S. did not see his shadow, which means an early spring. We have in Portland, Oregon, we have a beaver who predicts our weather. He also predicted an early spring. Yeah, they're in line. So I guess that's good for that. But yeah, I'm really glad that February is here, honestly. Okay, let's get into the stitching. We finished up Bringo. I will be calling the winners this weekend. I just need to go through everything, and we're going to have some winners. So that's very exciting. But let me show you what I worked on to finish up January and then going into February. So first up, my 25/7 piece for the second half of January was with the needle 2. This is by Lila Studio. Lila Studio was the Garon Focus on a Designer. Each month they pick a designer to just focus on stitching their pieces. And so this was the designer for January. I worked on this first block. I am not done, but I got done what I wanted to. I just have this little fence here and the little houses to do. Otherwise, that first block. Oh, and that little cloud. So let me show you where I'm at on that. This is, I think, I really need to see if I can cut this down, because this is a huge piece of fabric. I don't know. Maybe I will need it all, but let me show you where I got to in just 2 weeks. The first 2 weeks of January, I worked on Happy New Year, and then I switched for my 25/7 piece. So I got this water all done. That's basically what I worked on. I got the 3 little fish. I got some little algae plant things. I got the mermaid, and I got the border. It matched up, which is always a good thing. So the water is all done. So when I pull this out next time, I'll be working on the houses and the little fence and the cloud to finish this up. So that's where we're at. I'm just using all the called for. I love this border too over here. So that is where I'm at. This counted, in addition to the Garon Focus, for January in the Magazine Monthly Challenge group that I co-run with my friend Robin. The monthly acrostic was Sleigh, Sleigh, and this counted for the L in Sleigh because of Lila's studio. So I got that done. My goal on that was 6 hours, and I think I fit for the month, and I think I got 8 hours in. So that's good. So I am happy with that. Next up, and of course I forgot to write down my stats, which I can pull up here pretty soon. This is my seasonal Sunday piece, which I did not work on it in Sundays in January because of Bringo. But this is called Winter Montage. It is artwork by Janet Stever. It is charted by Pain Free Crafts, and I am right up here in the first block. I'm basically right about here. That second leaf. That's about where we are. So we got a ways to go. But let me show you. And I'm just stitching this on 32 count. I think it's just like a white Lugana. So I have this leaf almost done. There's just a little bit more. You can see that divot there. There's just a little bit more I have to fill out. And then that leaf will be done. And you can see I did a lot of filling down here. I'll have a little bit more over here. So I'll probably finish up that leaf next time I pull this out and kind of work on this area. But it's coming along. I know I didn't pull my stats ahead of time. This one just collects cat hair for some reason, like you wouldn't believe. But let me pull up my stats on this one. That's Winter Montage. So in the month of January, where I worked on it, I think 3 days, I got a total of 1,093 stitches done, and I'm now at 3.41% done. So that's good. That's exciting. So we'll be working on it in February and part of March as well. Next up. Okay, so next up on my list was supposed to be a stitching shelf by Amy Stewart. I'm doing Max Colors. I really was dreading it. I got to be honest. I really was dreading it. I could not figure out why I was dreading it so much, but I really was. It's not the size that scares me as much as, I don't know, just the fiddliness of it, right? Like, I mean, I love a good challenge. You know this. Everything I stitch, I stitch it because I can picture it on my walls or, framed behind me or something like that one day, like in my house. I think I'm realizing that I'm very much is it product stitcher? Is that what it's called? Progress versus product. Like, I want to feel like I can complete something. I have a lot of big projects. I have other full coverage that are going to take me years to complete. But I still think it's doable. I don't know if a stitching shelf is doable. So I'm giving it a pause. I didn't pull it out. Instead, I pulled out another piece. I pulled out Jan Hicks Creates. This is Antonia Roselle y Garcia from 1886. It is a reproduction. This is what it will look like. Let me show you where you're at. Where I'm at. I'm like right in here, like right about here. I worked on this for the 3 days I was supposed to work on a stitching shelf. I think this is just on a 32 count vintage smoky white linen, I think. This is on my year of whips for this year, so I would like to finish it. So this is where I'm at. So that's as wide as it will be. So let me kind of show you what I did. So I frogged the C and the L because I had them in a different color for my initials, and I just put them back in the correct colors because I picked out an alphabet I'm going to put my initials in. Then, so that took a little time, honestly. Then we finished up the green alphabet. We finished up the orange alphabet. So I think we went from E to J and then T through Y there. For the green alphabet, we had P, Q, R to do. I brought this border over and down a little bit. And I did the flowers at the top, this floral border, I pulled that over. And so it's just about ready to turn the corner there. So I'm really happy with my progress. I am very happy that I pulled this out because, there's a lot more work. A lot of my Year of Whips pieces this year have a lot of work left in them, like this one. So it feels good to get to the corner, like knowing this is as wide as the piece will be. I think it looks great. I'm using the called for colors. Um, so I'm really happy that I did pull it out. So I'm not sure what I'm going to do this month because I also have a stitching shelf. I was going to do a 3-day rotation this month. I might pull out Antonia again to give that some love, or I'm not sure yet. I did enjoy working on it, and I got stuff done, but like it's going to be a push to get some of these projects done that I have slotted for my year of whips, and I do want to accomplish it. So we'll see. We'll see when that time comes. Okay, so the other thing, I forgot to show this last week. I actually started it last Saturday on our Stitchy Zoom call. I joined from Pine Needle Crafts. It is now a closed, you can't sign up anymore. But I signed up for the Biddy Bowl Club from Pine Needle Crafts. So this is what it looks like. And I got the bowl last month. And then you get a chart and all the finishing and all the accoutrement you see in there to complete the bowl. So you stitch a pillow and a little bag. I started on the pillow. I have the smallest start, which is why I forgot to show it last week. And then Candy reached out and said, "Hey, didn't you start that?" And I was like, "Yes, I did. I forgot to show it." It all comes as a kit except for the floss. This is 16 count Ada. I have, you can see the smallest start. So I was doing this in hand. I don't like stitching in hand. It feels very strange to me. I know, Sarah, you're probably laughing. But I did get a small nerd hoop that I need to put it in, like the smallest one that they have. That was influenced by Candy, the 614 Stitcher. So please check out her channel. And so my goal on this, because they send them every month, obviously, but they're really small. My goal is to work on these on Sundays, like during the day. I'm not a daytime stitcher because I usually am cleaning or running errands or brunching with the ladies or napping, honestly. But I'm going to try to work on these on Sundays as well so I can get them done, because I would like to keep up with them. They're very cute. I am very behind, obviously, on this one. I might pull, I know I've watched Candy. She did last year's, which I also love last year's bowl club. It wasn't a bitty bowl. It was a bigger bowl. That's not what it was called. But this year's the bitty bowl. I love them. I think they're so cute. And when March comes, regardless of where this is, I might set this aside, work on March, and try to get caught up. But I don't think they'll take too long. So the way I am calculating this this is not on my year of whips or anything, but in my whip count this is one whip. The whole series will be one whip, even though there's 2 charts for each month. I assume that's how it's going to be. I assume you're going to get 2 little charts for each month. I don't know. But I'm counting it as one whip because it's a series. So that's how it's counted kind of in my whip count. Like it's just one. Okay. All right. Then, here's I think I showed this, the bag and then the accoutrement and all that. Okay. I think I showed it when it came in though. Okay, so I started that last Saturday, and haven't worked on it since. Okay, so now we are in February, where my 25/7 piece, which is working on it 25 minutes a day for 7 days a week, my 25/7 piece for the month of February is also on my year of whips. It is 1544 Band Sampler by Works by ABC. This was a gift from my friend Andrea, whose birthday is today. So very happy birthday to you, Andrea. This was kitted up by Andrea and Garan. And they know my favorite color is blue. So they kitted it up with a blue silk for me to work on. And I don't know why I'm filming without my glasses today. Let's see, where am I? Just the first 3 days so far the month, I finished up this little block. So that row was complete. And then I came down here and started on this. So that's pretty good. So I'm right here, just starting that row, that band. And that's all. So I'm just over halfway, which is exciting. And this is where we're at. That's that block I finished. And then we just got a little start on the next the next band down. I don't know. This might be a finish this month. Maybe. That would be very exciting. Because I haven't had a finish yet this year. So far, I have not had a finish. So that is where we're at. This is just on the 27 count. It's just like a blue banding. I love it. It's Chester's Blue is the, what is it? Is it a Classic Color Works Belsois, I think, is the color. So it's very beautiful. I'm really enjoying it. It's really fun. And you feel like you make really quick progress to like finish a row. So that will be fun to finish that up. Then I had a new start with Sarah Stitching Mommy. We decided to start Sampler au Fleur by Jardin Privé. This is what it will look like. I started this on Thursday, the 1st, and I'm going to give it 3 days. So I worked on it Thursday and Friday. And I am right up here in this corner is where I started. I'm using all the called for. I think this was a gift from a friend, I think. Right? And I think they kitted it up for me and everything. So it's all the called for, DMC. This is where I've gotten to so far. I love it. I love, love, love it. The first day I did like the outside and I was kind of like, okay, I'm tired of the green and the brown. And so like I decided to move in and get some flowers. And then I did this and I'm like, okay, I love that. I think next we're going to be like going over and starting in on that alphabet. But I love blue and pink, and blue and pink together is just gorgeous. So I think I really, really am going to love this one. I'll show you the chart again. I am stitching this on, this is a fabric in my stash. It is a 32 count Fortnite Fabrics in the colorway Sandy Bottom. It looks pretty white. It is pretty white. There is some very light modeling on it. It's really hard to see on the camera. But I love it. I love this. I also have the cat sampler one, which I'm going to do too. It's very similar to this, but I'm going to do both. So like, just look at this little floral bot. Like you could just pull out little scenes that you want. You want a snail? There's a snail for you. You want a bee? There's a bee. Like I'm just gonna, I love it. I love all the little motifs. I think this is the sampler because I didn't see any other place where you put your initials in. So I'm going to change the colors to put my initials in here. I think it's that, that alphabet is done in a darker pink and the heart is a lighter pink. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put my initials in the lighter pink and I might, so it'll just be kind of a little more subtle, but what I might do is keep that heart in the darker pink. So then that's all the same. And then my initials will just be CLZ will be in the lighter pink. I'm not sure yet. But next time I pull it out, which will be tonight, I will probably start on this upper alphabet. I don't know. There's so much good stuff in here. I love this. And that's everything. That's it. That's everything that I worked on. So it's going to be a pretty quick video. But that's everything I worked on. It's always fun to have a new start. So yeah, that's what I worked on. Okay, so let's do giveaways. Stitchy Now, I'm still waiting for your address to mail you this. You won it last week. So if you could email me at czookstitch@gmail.com with your address, I can get that shipped out to you. I haven't shipped anything yet, but I'm going to do it this weekend. Okay, winners from last week. So we gave away this rainbow kit. Ms. Real Yankee, you won this. I'm laughing. Your name is so funny. Ms. Real Yankee, if you can email me, please, your address so I can get this sent out to you. This cute little sewing kit, I think this is so darling. Mihaela, 1979, you won this. So I think I need your address as well. This, it's called a red panda. I don't know. People were like, isn't that a fox? And yes, I think, I don't know. Maybe it's in English. I don't know. It looks like a fox to me as well. Carol Lomer, 4171. You won this. Sorry if it's CAROLOMER. Carol Omer. Yeah. 4171. You won this. So please send me your address. And then next we have this chart by Nutmeg Needle Spring Samplings. Catherine Laurent, you won the spring one. So please email me your address. And Rhonda Wise, you won the summer one. Rhonda, if you haven't moved, I do still have your address. So if you haven't moved recently, I still have your address. So those are the giveaways from last week. I'm not going to do any giveaways this week, like I mentioned. I need a week to get caught up, and then next week I'll figure out something that we'll do big to celebrate 6,000 of us just hanging out here on Saturdays or whenever you end up watching this. So that's super exciting. Okay, haul. Stitchy Kindness and haul. Let me start with this surprise Stitchy Kindness. So Anne, my friend Anne, sent me a surprise package in the mail. Anne, I haven't even emailed you yet because I just, I don't check my mail regularly. But she sent me 2 needle minders. I heart black cats, which I do. I have a black cat. His name is Jack or Jackie Bean or whatever. He's just a big smoosh ball. He's just a cuddle bug. He's such a mama's boy, and I wouldn't have it any other way. So I love that. And then look at this. This Prince. This is Prince. I am working on Purple Rain. So this will definitely, which is a Heaven and Earth Designs. I'm doing the mini version. It's of artwork of Prince. And so this is going to go on my Purple Rain, which he will come out, I think, in April. Yeah, I think April is when Purple Rain, April, May, and June, because his birthday is in June. So super exciting. Thank you so much, Anne. That was so sweet and thoughtful of you. And it brightened my day after a very busy, long week. So I appreciate you. Okay. I got a whole bunch of silks. Let's take them out of the package. I ordered these from Acorns and Threads. I had them mailed to me. I could not get to the store this month. It was just, like I said, we lost that week with the ice storm. Oh, these are Belsois, Classic Colorworks Belsois. Look at it. It's so good. And they even included a ring. It's so soft, you guys. It's so. So I'm super excited about this. Sorry, I will try not to drool on the silk. What is this for, you might be asking? I have to do a new start. So I've told you a couple months ago about Google Keep, which is a that's what the app looks like right there, Google Keep. And then, this is not my idea. Beth, and I can't remember the channel name, did a video on it. I talked about it a couple months ago, but this is where I keep track of all the charts I own. So I am working on putting my charts into Google Keep. And as I'm pulling them out and entering them in, I'm like, ooh, that's such a good one. I need to start. Well, there's 2 that are on my mind constantly that I can't wait to start. One is a Christmas one, which I'm going to wait and not start that. I mean, I could see me starting it this year, but not right now. I'm a little Christmased out after, the holidays and everything. But the one that I bought these silks for, which I had to have Acorns mail them to me. I'm in the coupon book where you get a coupon every month, and I just couldn't make it to the store in January. The ice storm really took out 2 weekends almost that we would have been able to do things around town. So that's part of why January feels like it was just a bust. And so I ordered online. They mailed them to me. And get to the good stuff, Carolyn. It's to start this. Ink Circles, Clouds over Verlanda. It's an alphabet and it's Quakers. It's just a bunch of Quakers. It is so pretty. It is so pretty. I don't know what color. It calls for 36 count. I'm probably going to do 32 count. It calls for Almond Milk by Grace Notes Fabric. So I might get the called for. But look at those colors. And yes, I did buy extra to do it on 32 count. And just look at how they play together. This very much reminds me of the seasonal Quakers I did by Rosewood Manor. This came out at Market last year, or Expo. I can't remember. It came out last year, and I fell in love. And as I was inputting my charts into Google Keep, I was like, I need to start this. Like, this can't wait. So I got the silks for it because treat yourself. And I had a coupon. Okay, so there's that. Then I got my Floss Frenzy, which is the Weeks Dye Works. This is from Fat Quarter Shop. I'm in the club. They send you 6 skeins every month. So this one is the Weeks Dye Works. This is from January, and you can see kind of the colors. I'm not going to pull them out. I'm so behind on putting these into my storage system, but maybe I'll do that this weekend. I actually have a pretty low-key weekend, which I'm not mad about. So I got that. I also got, I'm in the Bestitch Me Fabric of the Month Club. So if you haven't gotten yours yet, you don't say what month this is. I think this is February's or January's. I don't know. But if you don't want to know, then look away. Color is called Dusty Cottage, and I get a half yard of 32 count. And so it's showing up a little bit darker. So that will be gorgeous for something. So I just like having, so many of my projects are big, so I like having a half yard, and I can always cut it down if I don't need, a half yard, and then, I have some for additional projects. So that's why I do that. And then I got my World of Crossstitch. Oh, I think I showed this last week. I got the next one, which I forgot to pull over. But I have this, and then I got the next issue, which I also haven't looked through. I'm going to try to film flip throughs of this issue and then the next one. So if you are interested or curious, you can watch for those. I'm going to try to film them this weekend. I don't know when I'll release them. Sometimes I'm like, I'll release them on Tuesday and Thursday to kind of spread it out. And sometimes I'm like, what doesn't matter? Well, you'll just watch it when you can, right? And then, so the other big thing that I got was, as you know, I won Year of Whips last year for 2023, which is a group run by Melanie Watkins. You can't join now. You had until January 18th. So unfortunately, you could do your own version, I'm sure. But it's where you select whips and you have to finish at least half of them. She upped it this year. The minimum last year was 6, which meant you had to finish half of them, which is 3. She upped it this year to 8, so you had to finish 4. I have 16, I think, on my list, and I would like to complete all 16, but technically to be entered to win at the end of the year, you only have to complete half of what you choose. Well, since I won a gift card to 123 Stitch. And I kind of had an idea in mind of what I would get, and then I was looking, and then finally I got it. If you can believe, I don't have any Britter Cup Designs patterns other than what's already in like magazines and stuff. So I got, I got a series because of course I did. It's just called Britty Kitty Monthly Series. So there are 6, I think. Yeah, that makes sense. 2 for each month. So I got these. So Melanie, thank you so much for your generous gift card. I had so much fun. So let me show these to you. I don't know how or when I'm going to start these, but this is January, February. What I'm thinking of, and I have to look at these charts closer to get a stitch count and all that, is leaving off the words, right? And doing some type of doing it all in one piece and doing some type of border around them. Kind of like A Year in Stitches that I'm working on. I just think these are so darling. When I look at these, like what it does to my heart, like, look, I'm tearing up. Okay, so this is March and April. Lucky Cat and Bunny Hunt. They're just so stinking cute. This is May and June. May Day. Stay away from those bees, kitty. Look, he has a little heart on his butt. Perfect pals. Look, they're getting married because it's June. This one is July and August. Hide and Seek. They're playing with the watermelon. Look at them chilling in paradise. Oh, my cats. This is September, October. Back to school. Smarty cat. Peekaboo. Look how cute. And then this is November, December. What a turkey. And waiting for Santa. So these are really, really darling. So Melanie, thank you again. That was so much fun. Because I kept thinking, like, I don't have any Buttercup. And I knew I wanted something Buttercup. And there's so many options. And also Kitty and Me has a lot of really great options. So, like, my wish list on my 1, 2, 3 is, like, larger now. But that's okay. So I got those. What else? I'm looking around to make sure I covered everything. Oh, I showed this last week, this Hummingbird Garden kit with the fabric and everything, because this is the spring 2024 issue of just Crossstitch, which I have done a flip through. There is a chart in here by Carolyn Manning. It is a series, so each edition they're gonna give you 3. So like the spring issue, you get these 3, and then the next issue you get those 3. So I think people are like, okay, when are we going to start this? When are we going to start this? So I'm thinking maybe a leap year day start. How does that sound? So if you want to get this is just Crossstitch Spring 2024. Now, no, you only get the first top row, which that would be cute too if you just wanted to do that. The top design is 49 stitches high by 146 wide. If you want to do the full design, it is 195 high by 146 wide. You can order a kit from Annie's Crafts, which I ordered mine. It includes the fabric and it calls for Sullivan's. There is no DMC conversion included, but I'm sure you can find a DMC conversion online. So the kit includes the fabric, which is, I don't know. Which is, I don't know what size fabric. 28 count antique white Jobelin is that. And then again, like I said, the Sullivan's, there's some Kryneck, and then it's hard to see, but there are some Hummingbird charms in there. So this is called Hummingbird Garden. I think it's beautiful. I'm declaring February 29th as our start for this. So if you want to join, you will need to plan on getting all 4 issues if you want to complete the all 4 issues from this year if you want to complete the chart this year. Okay? So, February 29th. I don't know hashtag or anything like that just yet because we have another sale starting before that, which is the Snuggle is Real, which I don't have anything pulled. I mean, I have it all pulled, but I didn't bring it out here, which we're starting on February 14th, which I'll talk more about next week. Okay. So, plans. Let's do plans. I will be changing my background next week. I meant to do it this week, but I just ran out of time. Okay, so plans for this coming week. 25 7-piece is going to continue to be 1544 band sampler. Get some good progress on that. I will do one more day tonight on Sampler au Fleur, which is this month's theme and acrostic. The theme is In the Meadow, which Sampler au Fleur counts for. And the acrostic is snowshoe. So Sampler au Fleur counted for the theme, and it counted for the first S in snowshoe, and it will count for the second S in snowshoe when I work on it tonight. Got it? I'm supposed to work on a stitching shelf this week. That's what I've plotted, but I'm going to figure something else out because I'm really dreading it. And then I'm going to have another new start because we're starting everything. This is, I was influenced by Robin of Bird's Eye Stitcher, and this is also the Garon Focus on a Designer for the month of February is Heartstring Samplery. So Robin and I are going to start Consider the Lilies, which is a huge piece, 435 by 363. It's a huge piece. I don't know. I might make modifications throughout. I don't know. I have all the the floss. The fabric I'm going to use is this. This is a This is called Jackalope. It is by Lap and Loops. It is 32 count. It calls for a 28 count. I did not want to do it on 28 count. Just to make it a little bit smaller. It's still going to be a huge piece. I'm going to do it over 2. But yeah, so that will be a new start as well. And I'm using all the called for floss, which is Classic Colorworks, Gentle Arts, and some Weeks. And I mean, when I look at the pages, I'm like, is it doable to do a page a month or something like that? That's kind of what I'm thinking of for next year already. Yes, I am already thinking about next year. Is like, could I do like, I know some people split up charts and say, I'm going to work on this section for this month and try to get it done. So I might try that next year and see how it goes. And just, see how it goes, I guess, is basically what I'm saying. So that is everything that I'm going to be working on this coming week. Yeah, I think that's everything. Watch for the flip throughs, the magazine flip throughs, if you like to watch those, because I'll be doing 2 of them. I might even, it's only 11:30 here, so as this is uploading, I might even go ahead and just record those. And I hope you have a great week. I hope you're staying safe. I know sometimes February also can be a very difficult month for people. So just take care of yourself, and know that you are loved. And I will see you all next week. Bye.